Dozens filled the auditorium at Roosevelt High School Sunday afternoon for Senator Ron Wyden's town hall meeting. While there were questions about health care and the impeachment process, Iran was the main topic.
It has been an extraordinarily dangerous 24 hours for Americans and American troops.
Senator Wyden says he's heard from parents of soldiers in the region who are worried for their safety, and that he questions what was done to protect American lives before the attack that killed General Soleimani, saying it's time for Congress to take action.
I think what is important now is for the Congress to draw a line in the sand and make it clear that the president cannot take this country to war with Iran without the consent of the Congress.
Senator Wyden says he'll also work to make more information about the attack public and plans to challenge some of the statements made about it by the Trump administration.
The rhetoric has really, I think, mushroomed in a dangerous way, and some of it has been factually wrong. I mean, for the Vice President of the United States to say the Iranians were responsible for 9/11 is just factually untrue.
It's that kind of rhetoric that has people like Gudar's Eqtidari worried. He helped found the American-Iranian Friendship Council and is one of thousands of Iranian Americans living here in Oregon.
Once you are from the South, or once you're looking Middle Eastern, then you're the target. I personally were interviewed numerous times by FBI in Portland, just the way you guys found me, that on social media or on press releases, they have seen my name and they want to talk to me. So I met with them.
He says many Iranian Americans face discrimination after 9/11, and he worries the same will happen again as tensions escalate with Iran.
So there are these harassment, there are this kind of intimidation that it's not fair for a person that I've been in this country for 30 years. I'm a U.S. citizen. I have not been back to Iran since 1992. It's like 28 years that I haven't seen that country.
I'm Lindsay Nadrich, KGW News.